Some time ago, I bought myself one of those cheap digital readouts for my milling machine from AliExpress. It's really good, it's worked really well and I've been very pleased with it. But recently, it's developed a fault where the X-axis display wasn't incrementing. The least significant digit just switched between 5 and 0, but the rest of the digits didn't increment. If you look here, the X-axis is in the top left-hand corner, and they're just not going up as I turn the handles. Zoom in here a bit better, you can see it's just not working. The first thing I decided to do was to swap the X and the Y axis sensors around. If the fault moves to the Y axis, that means that the sensor's faulty. If it stays on the X axis, that means the display is at fault. And here it's quite obvious it's moved, so it's the X axis sensor. Here I have it on the bench. I'm going to take it apart. There's just a couple of small Phillips screws that hold a plate on. It doesn't take long to take those out, and then once the plate's off, if I can hold on to the screwdriver, there's the printed circuit board inside. Those two blue squares are factory set and glued, so those mustn't be touched. Just removing the two screws that hold the printed circuit board in place, and then be able to pry it out and see the board. The first thing I was looking for was dry joints, and the quality of the soldering on this board is pretty atrocious. I saw a couple of dry joints straight away, and so the first thing I thought I'd try would be to get the soldering iron out and reflow a few of those joints. So here I am with the iron, just going to get it on there. The idea is just to melt the joint, reflow the solder, and move on to the next one, just to touch them all up. Some of the joints looked as if they needed a little bit more solder, so I got I applied a bit where I thought it was necessary. And I basically went across the entire board and did all the joints. Doesn't take long, about 10 minutes. But you do need quite a decent soldering iron for this, and it is leaded solder, so be careful. Then it's time to put it back. So the first thing to do is to make sure that you don't catch any wires in the box as you put it back together, and then it's just the reverse of the disassembly. Two screws, get them in to hold the printed circuit board in place, and then the plate. First thing I did was to plug it into the display, not fastened to the mill, just to test it. And as you can see, as I move the sensor up and down, yay! X-axis is now working again. So then it's time to attach it to the mill and give it a final test, and yeah, it's working, so that's saving you a bit of trouble. Hope you can manage to do the same for yours. Thanks for watching. Bye.